Vanessa.
And we are late to the party, and we have been quite busy the last few weeks.
Yes.
Crazy things going on. Star Wars Celebration happened. Trying to get everything ready for San Diego Comic-Con in July.
Right, and Avengers right now.
And the free-for-all ended up happening, where we were smack dab in the middle of that, and it did not go our way. But the Schmoedown, for anyone that has joined us on Late to the Party, since our last Schmoedown reaction, the Schmoedown. It's essentially a movie trivia, WWE mashup with YouTube channels going up against each other, testing their wits at trivia.
So if you like movie trivia, if you're one of those that always, when they have those special things that the Geeks Who Drink, this is pretty much yours, and it also ties in with awesome storylines that connect, like the WWE. So you got that trivia and the WWE together, like this.
Synergy. But for those that know already what the Schmoedown is, we want to get back into it. We're trying to streamline our Schmoedown reactions as well as TV show reactions, trying to put together everything, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's taking longer than expected, but we're going old school with it the way it was in the before time in the long, long ago. So we are going to watch, I don't even know how we ended up in this situation, the Founding Fathers versus the Wildberries. I love Josh, and I love Elliot Dewberry. But come on, it's the Founding Fathers. Give them someone a little more on their level, which, again, Josh has pulled out some amazing wins in the past. But he's about the fun and not the studying, where the Founding Fathers definitely are on, you know, they're seasoned veterans.
Well, together and by themselves are seasoned veterans, but as a team as a whole, they haven't really had a whole lot since the tournament, which they lost to Corruption. So they're kind of just been there, and now we're getting them again with coming in.
I mean, but you've got Roca, who's basically Scottie Pippen, and Dan Murrow, who's basically Jordan, going up against Dennis Rodman, who is good, but he's more about the character and the fun versus the actual agility and point scoring, essentially. Now, Josh has fun. That's what I love about Josh.
Yes.
So, hashtag who you got?
Oh gosh, I think that the Founding Fathers are probably gonna take it, but hashtag I got the Wildberries.
You're going for the Wildberries. That's going to make John very happy. Again, we're both going against his team. Because I want the Wildberries to win. The Wildberries are amazing. I want them to pull up an upset. I want them to somehow take down the Founding Fathers. Although it's not good for the Founding Fathers in terms of gaining a loss. But yeah, I could definitely
go for the underdogs.
Yeah, I definitely see these Wildberries coming up and pulling a victory if Makuga plays on that miraculous, lucky level that he's played so far in past games.
Yes.
So let's get into the battle between the Founding Fathers and the Wildberries now.
No, I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a minute. I have to have a conversation with Stacy's new partner.
Finally.
Who's the partner?
Finally.
I am excited for this.
Hey, Grace.
Yes!
I was really looking forward to finishing that conversation we were having. You know, before free-for-all.
I'm sorry, what conversation?
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
That's not good.
You told me
Someone's by the door.
that I was coming into Corruption, that Mike was going to be out.
What?
And I was going to be the new leader of Corruption. That's what you said. You said I was
Come on, Zipper.
a future star of this league. And then you were pulling me in to take
I love
your
you, Zipper,
spot.
but...
So
You don't remember?
So it's so weird. It's just not ringing any bells. I just don't.
I can't...
Oh no!
I betrayed my best friend for you.
Oh my gosh.
no.
That's why you never betray your best friend.
But you said I was going to be the new leader of Corruption. You were looking and said those
It's
words.
causing that anarchy.
Oh no. We have a leader, honey.
Zippity-doo.
Oh my gosh. Mike.
Yes.
What a wonderful day. How you doing, my friend?
He makes that song very menacing.
Yeah.
Nice fellow, right? What is wrong with you people? What? I betrayed my best friend for you. You guys are
Shake up the establishment.
You're just, I don't even know. This is, you know what? You haven't seen the last of me.
Okay.
Come on, Zip. Take him down.
Sure thing, baby. Oh.
Take him down.
He's gonna take his shirt off again.
I mean, he's a sweet guy.
I forgot he did that.
Can't help himself.
He's still there? Yeah. Little somebody to take care. Hold on a second. I got someone I want you to speak to.
Who's on the phone?
Hello?
I saw a picture.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you and Stacy. We can't wait.
What? Come on, who? Who's on the phone?
Dang it. I thought it was Zipper. I also think it was Mark Donica,
He's moving.
but he is gonna moving, so that's kind of, unless that's a red herring, but I doubt it, so I don't think it's him anymore.
I love
Dang
it.
it.
I love the swapping. Very tasty. Are they going class this one? Classy Wildberries.
Teams division. Hello to the patrons who get this match a little earlier, but to everybody who's seeing this match, what a match we have. I'm Christian Arloff, joined by the pit boss, Ken Naps.
I'm so happy to be here with you. This is a match that you got some legends of this game, and I just don't know which way this is going to go, and I love that about this matchup today.
It is crazy because I think even hearing in the hallway to where you think right away, because the Wildberries, we'll have the Wildberries against the Founding Fathers here too, and people will be like, well, that should be a shoo-in for the Founding Fathers. Well, we've heard that before many times. We heard that at the collision last year. We heard it with JT and Bibiani. We've heard it many times when someone's supposed to win, that it just goes a different direction. And the Wildberries are wild, even though they're coming in today, Ken, as the Mildberries. Did you know that?
I saw
The
this
Mild
name
Berries.
change. I know Josh has turned a corner in his life, found the old gods in the new, and he now, I recently shared a hotel room with him, and in the morning he said, do you mind if we wake up and have a prayer? And it was a different Josh, so we'll see what that does.
Look, the Mildberries, excuse me,
Yeah.
are the ranked 10 team. They are 2-3. They have won 2 matches before. They got bounced out of the tournament early, but they are very good competitors. We've seen what Wildman has done in the past. We've seen what Dewberry has done in the past, but they are going against arguably Mount Rushmore players in the outlaw John Roca, the former 2-time singles champion, and the current singles champion, his partner, the 3-time champion, Dangerous Dan Merle.
We were right
Founding
there.
Fathers, you could applaud for the Founding
sat in front of
Fathers.
his mom.
They are some of the competitors on which
She's a
this
nice
league
lady.
Nice
was
lady.
built on. There's no denying that. You call them Mount Rushmore players. I absolutely would put them up there on that list. It's a tough list though, but they're there for sure. Dan, we know what Dan can do. We know what he wants. He's a competitor. He's a sweet guy. I've had a romantic walk around town in New York with him. He's a sweet guy, but he's a fierce competitor. And John Roca, he's not just a persona. He is here. What you see is what you get from this intense competitor. He wants this.
It's very true. That's the thing. We know that May 18th, we know that the Founding Fathers are going to Houston against Double Toasted. We know that that's
I
going
love
to happen.
the
That's locked in.
Schmoedown
So
bling
there's a lot
on
the
his
line
shirt.
here too, but you don't want to go into Houston 1 and 2.
like
But
punch.
again, I got to tell you, as the manager of corruption, or co-manager, excuse me, to Grace
Yeah.
there,
Co-managers.
I think that the Founding Fathers have.
Because that worked out for
manager.
Michael and Jim.
Is that going to hurt them?
Yeah, here's where I try to keep up my standards as a broadcast journalist with you here, Christian. But let's not.
Rock
We
the
can't
boat.
throw out the truth here, which is I believe the Founding Fathers are looking past the Wildberries because corruption is in their brains right now, and I don't know. You make some decisions based on. I'm sure you have a marketing meeting every week and what you want to do and who you're going to send to which town. I get it, but they're 1-1. They're 1-1, and you're sending them to the big time. Let's not let
You
their
think
history.
corruption should be there?
I think corruption. I've never been to Houston. I heard they got good food. I want to
So
go.
this is about you guys.
Maybe, but I think but you make your calls. You're a great businessman. I trust what you got. 1-1 though. Don't let their past cloud you from what they're doing
we'll see
now, and
what-
I think they're thinking that too.
We're going to see what happens today, and there's a lot of words said between both teams. Here we go.
It sounds like the theme song to Last Action Hero.
Well, Josh? Hey, Ellie.
I was like,
Really like that at the movie trivia Schmoedown.
You sure are.
Oh, Danny boy! Danny boy, you can
They're
hear
very
the
much-
song, you know the song, you hear it, we're back again. We took a little bit of a break, and now we are back. It's 2019, I got a new hat, I'm a new outlaw, you are a new man, a 3-time champion. Are you ready?
Of course I'm ready, John. I'm always ready to play this game. You start looking down the road, sometimes you miss what's right in front of you. So today, we're worried about the Wildberries, and that's the only thing we're worried about.
A lot of people coming at us saying, hey, Wildberries, stop being so mild and win a few matches. And we think to ourselves, we're 2-3. We've won some matches.
I don't need to raise my voice about that. The record
definitely do
speaks
not.
for itself.
Let me tell you what else speaks for itself. This lovely 2009 Shard I've been partaking in, and I believe is that a cab?
It's a
I love how his
2017.
pinkies. Oh, I love their both.
Not as rank as the
They're
Shard you
just
got
out.
there, but
Coming from your cab right now is quintessential Wildberries.
John, we've been playing this game for a long time, but we haven't been playing as a team for a
Pinky
very
up.
long time. We played 2 matches. We did great in one match. We got all the way to the end of the other match. You know what? That's on me, John. I was the guy that couldn't get it written down in time. Maybe if I got that written down, we could win that match. We'd be 2-0. But it doesn't
Very
matter.
controversial.
I know that the teams division thinks that they know what we can do. They know what we're capable of. They don't know, John. We've only played 2 games, and our best play is ahead of us.
Everybody thinks this is that Wildberries have no chance of winning this match. But I gotta tell you, in my history, I have seen Dan Murrow lose. I have seen John Rocca lose.
very sad.
I have almost
Love that they
beat
had the
John
scream
Rocca.
in
And
there
when
from
I say
Guy.
almost, I believe I was robbed of the crown by people that didn't really appreciate the mild man.
Yeah, and I played Makuga before. It was early on in the Schmoedown, only beat him by 1 point. That is not a guy to look past. Elliot, you don't know what you get in Elliot when he comes through the door. So who knows if they're going to bring their A game.
Team Wildberries taking on these founding fathers. They call themselves the founding fathers. I'd like to point out, I was one of the original competitors in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, and you could call me a sort of founding father, I guess.
That would be fair. It's actually not very cool that they took that title for themselves.
I agree.
It's a bit exclusionary.
Yeah, you know what I said when Dan lost Andrew? I said an angry Dan is a dangerous Dan. Now you go ×2, an angry Dan and an angry Roca is a dangerous team. And now that we found our rhythm, everybody in the tag team division should be super afraid about what we're bringing to the table, because you know what we do. What we do is go for belts and go for titles. Either way, we've got fish to fry, 1 match at a time, but we want
I want some fish.
team corruption. That's the goal. So we have to take care of business today so we can take care of business in Houston and then take care of business against Team Karai Baby.
Founding fathers, I see you're very earnestly gunning for this win.
I like your hats. They're very nice.
Great hats all around. Not really my style.
Not at all.
If I have to be honest.
Not your style.
No, not at all.
Wildberries, I know you have fun playing the game. Everybody knows you have fun playing the game. You know what? We have fun playing the game too. But we also take the game very seriously. And we're not just out there to have a good time. We're out there to win.
That's right. That's what we do. We win. Look, Wildberries, you're going to bring it. I know you are. I'm looking forward to this match. We're not looking past you. It's going to take all our efforts to come get you. But they call us the Horsemen for a reason. That's because when it's time to ride, that's what we do. And we take care of business.
So let's have a real civil
I guess there's still 4, eh?
movie Schmoedown match today. Let's keep the
Count
voices.
Ben.
Let's keep it at our inside voices.
That's correct. Because nothing quite says Wildberry like a mild victory.
Until he gets to the bottom of that glass of wine.
We never found that bottom, did we?
Never found that bottom.
It's interesting, Ken, because you look at it's true to where Dan Murrow, he made a comeback last year, had a rough start, but obviously that rough start turned out into something spectacular because now here he is as the singles champion, and the way that he played in New York. If that Dan Murrow shows up today, look out, Wildberries. He probably could beat them by himself. But John Roca also had a great season. He won his second championship. John Roca is also a former team champion. So these guys together, when they hit their rhythm, they haven't hit it yet. When they hit their rhythm, and I think it's just a matter of when, the league is going to be on notice, and the Wildberries are hoping, the Wildberries are hoping it's not today.
They're hoping it's not today. Josh McCouga, a little bit of that luck. Let's see if it shows up here today.
All right, here we go. So notable accomplishments for the Wildberries. They
Have
got
been
put
in
into
a
a tournament.
took
So that's
part
an
in the first live
accomplishment.
event.
Played at the
Can drink anyone
the
under the
first
table while
live
selling
event,
t-shirts.
and can drink anyone under the table is apparently an accomplishment.
Trust me, it's an accomplishment. If you find yourself
They have
in
one
a
knockout,
gutter in
too,
Seattle, you know you've had a good time with Josh McCouga.
All right, so you got the founding fathers. Between the two of them, they have 6 championships. That's right, 6 championships between the two of them.
That's a lot of
They have been
championships.
playing in the league since the 2nd season. They also have many awards.
Legends of the game.
And singles. They are legends of the game. All right, Ken, with that, are you ready to get going?
Sir, I am ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown!
Introducing first, with a record of 2 wins,
It's a good song.
3 defeats, they are the number 10 ranked contenders, Josh the Wildman Makuga and Elliot the Mountain Dewberry, the Wildberries.
Such easy listening, soft rock. I like.
That's all you need. Yeah, a little send off there.
Ready to go chill at the Hamptons.
They are on their way to Bernie's house.
Yeah, absolutely.
More weekend at Bernie Skalisku. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Nice little strut these days.
You know, those are the kind of guys you want your
Kill
kids to
everyone at
marry.
both.
Right there, look at those.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, you know
And
too
Mannequin.
much too. But it's good stuff.
Like Mannequin.
All right.
I should probably watch that again.
Okay.
That was just
That's a fun movie.
that was
Ooh,
pleasant.
switcher.
That was pleasant.
You are one sick puppy.
Thank you for that reception. This is a 2009 Shard. Elliot's got a 2017 Cab Sav. If you guys are out there shopping at home and you want to drink like the Wildberries, drink like this.
Very.
Well, now I gotta go pick one up. Pick 2 up.
With a record of 1 win
It's the special
One
music that they
defeat
made for Dan.
and 1 knockout.
That way they're not.
They are
Oh, it's like a
the
mixture?
Number 8
What's this, Willow?
ranked contender, representing
It's a mix between the two
the
because
Horsemen,
they're 2 people.
former
I really liked the music that they played when they came out at the live event, though. I dug that music.
and the reigning
Wasn't this one.
undisputed movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Murrow.
It's like when they combined the Corporation and the Ministry of Darkness. They just took the 2 songs and interweaved them.
There's the champ. Look at him. He's different aura, man. I'm telling you. Different aura for 2. Oh, look at Dan. Dan's giving Dan's pointing at
Okay.
yeah, giving the 5. Big. Look, these are legends. It's always good to see the 2 of these guys out here.
It is. It is.
And I'd like to say this music was designed specifically from a fan, and we will have that link
there.
at the bottom. So
Getting
check
low.
that link out. And look at Dan placing the championship.
Placing the championship. It shines. It shimmers.
It does.
What an
That's
interesting
that's a lovely
matchup.
belt you have there, Dan. What does that go with? Like a J. Crew blazer of a sort? Or?
Having it made, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Bit garish for my taste.
Yes, it's a bit loud, if you will, but you know, hey, everybody's got their own style, Elliot. You know this.
That's right.
All right, so as they sit down, I'd also like to say and give a note to everybody here, too, that all of these contenders, I believe, made their debut in Season 2 of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Well, Season 1 is available on audio right now on Schmoedown Classic. That's right, go to Schmoedown Classic, download it, listen to it, get reintroduced.
Dude, there's been
into
so
all
many
these characters for
entrances,
Season 2
like,
through Season 5.
Should
will be
probably
on
go
Schmoedown
back and
Classic.
see what's
Get it
been done
today.
already.
So you
If
could
we
say
ever
that
end up back
no
in
one
the
at
ring.
this table is
Don't
technically
wanna
a founding father.
copy.
Wow. Dewberry
I would
coming
like
in.
to technically agree with that. Is I was one of the
He's a
first
true
original
founding
competitors
father.
in
Oh,
the
that's
first
right.
final of the movie trivia
I'm
Schmoedown.
sorry,
Yeah.
Josh actually debuted in Season 1. I apologize.
That's correct.
I
Thanks,
apologize.
thanks, Christian. It's okay. Hey, listen, nobody's perfect.
Hey, Blue Fairy, you're trying to block it out of your
Yeah,
mind.
I'm trying to block that out.
All right.
You know what I think the Blue Fairy could do. All right, so we are going to now go into round number 1, and round number 1 is going to work like the following. Then let's get
Ready to Schmoedown!
All right, I'm going to start out here. Here we go. All right, the category of dramas. Which film directed by Paul Thomas Anderson co-stars Tom Cruise, Julianne Moore, and Jason Robards?
I think I have that one on VHS.
Didn't you just recently watch
You
this?
do?
Yeah.
You did both?
I just collect all
Different
formats.
P.T. Anderson.
Garbage can lids, too.
Film.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Josh, and Roca.
Magnolia.
Correct.
For a point.
Didn't have it. All right, Merle.
Magnolia.
Yes,
right.
Dewberry. Magnolia.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
so
we
2-1.
never know what Josh was trying to do.
You gotta use those JT rules.
All
Come on,
right,
Josh.
guys. Question 2 comes in the category of action-adventure. Action/adventure. Who plays Princess Peipei in Shanghai Noon?
I would have went Pai Pai, so I think you're right.
I watched a clip before to make sure I got it
Is
right.
that true?
Yep, I did.
You're
That's what a broadcast journalist does.
Well, that's what I don't do.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down,
just
pens
not
down,
in it
and
today.
Makuga.
Beiling?
No. Dan.
Michelle Yeoh?
No.
No.
Dewberry.
Nothing.
No. And Roca.
Lucy Liu?
Yes.
That is correct.
Roca had it. Roca had it. Roca had
Never
it.
seen
Lucy
it.
Liu is
Either
the
of them.
answer, and the outlaw
You've
last
never
second
seen
comes up with that one.
Shanghai?
Oh, Shanghai
Noon or Nights.
Noon.
Yeah, here's the next
Or
one.
Shanghai Nights.
No, Shanghai Noon. Here's the next one. Comedies.
Huh?
This is. Come on. Who plays the villainous arch enemy Dieter von Kuhn in 2010's MacGruber?
Oh, well, you saw a little bit of the wild coming
Yeah,
back up
yeah.
there.
Sorry,
Fantastic.
I believe it's pronounced cunt.
He
5,
went to South America,
4,
MacGruber.
3,
The guys are like
2,
this, MacGruber.
1, and Dan.
3 seconds, MacGruber. Val Kilmer.
Yes.
All right.
And Dewberry.
Drawing a blank.
Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Hey,
Josh.
cool off with a few Molsons. It's Malcolm.
I'll kill him. But the founding fathers find themselves with a 3-point lead here.
It's all right. We got to come back on it.
All right, come back coming, they say, for the Wildberries. Fourth question comes in the category of animated. What type of animal is the title character in the animated film Norm of the North?
Do you know that this is one of the best movies I've seen in the last 15 years?
What?
It's not a real movie.
I've never seen it.
Sounds like an episode
5,
of Cheers we never
4,
saw.
3, 2, 1. Dewberry.
Is it a Yeti?
No.
I've never heard of that.
Roca.
Not bad.
Dog?
No. And
I'm going to say
Makuga.
moose.
No. And Dan.
A polar bear?
Yes.
There you go. I've never heard of that.
Dan gets that. Dan
A
gets
narwhal.
it, and because of it, it is
Hey,
now 6-2.
buddy, I hope
It's
you
a
find your
4-point
dad.
lead. Okay, next question. Okay, next question is fantasy sci-fi.
It's a mild lead.
Fantasy sci-fi. Name the 90s sci-fi adventure film that has a lead character called the Mariner.
All right, I would say it's a Seattle Mariner like recruitment video with Ken Griffey Jr. would
Yeah, I
be
was
what I
going
would
to go what's his name? 5. I can't remember. 4.
Randy
Jason
Johnson.
3.
Dryland is not a myth.
1.
I have
Hands down,
seen it.
please. And John Roca.
Waterworld?
Yes. Makuga.
Waterworld.
Yep. Dan.
Waterworld.
And Elliot.
I love
I
Waterworld.
was like, that name sounds so familiar, but
I got the like super duper deluxe edition.
He does. It's back there.
That's
Absolutely.
the next one.
Question six. Horror/thriller. Horror/thriller.
Skip this one.
All right, skipping this one. I'm kidding. Christian Bale is a factory worker who suffers from severe insomnia in what psychological thriller?
There's very intense competition.
It is.
It's intense. It's 5.
It's mildly intense.
4. 3.
I don't
2,
know if I wrote that, but I
down,
don't
and Josh
think it's
Makuga.
that. Maybe
I
it
believe
is.
it's the machinist.
That's
It is.
correct.
Dan.
The machinist.
I should have just kept
No
it.
machinist.
I had that, but I second guessed
Yes.
myself.
All right.
I started writing
4
the.
points. Though. 4 points separate them.
Here's the next
Would
one.
I?
This is 80s movies.
What was the whole ruling
80s
on
movies.
thing and the
Who
thing?
starred
I don't think I
as
would have gotten it right.
Mercedes Lane opposite Corey Haim and Corey Feldman in 1988's
I won't give myself the point on
License
that.
to Drive. I love this movie.
Let me tell you a little story about License to Drive. I lost my virginity to that movie.
Is that the truth?
It's the truth.
5, 4.
I don't think this is right because I've never seen
I know the
it.
answer.
But
No, it didn't. Like the last
2
Yeah, but she's usually in all
pens
those
down,
movies.
And Dan Merle.
Nicole Eggert?
No.
I was blown away.
No idea.
No, Roca.
Heather Graham?
Yes, and
Heather Graham.
yes,
Interesting.
And look at that, still that 4-point lead though.
She was also in I Love You to Death with Kevin Kline.
Because Roca hit
My,
it on that
my
one.
first car was a
Tracy Ullman.
1987 Toyota Celica, License to Drive.
And Keanu Reeves.
Lose his
And William Hurt.
virginity at 8?
That was the reaction I was going
That's a
for.
weird one there.
Peanut Gallery.
All right, final question in the round. Final question in the round. Eighth question. Eight question. Nope, no perfect round, so no bonus questions. Famous actors and actresses is the category. Famous actors and actresses. Which film was Will Smith first nominated for a lead actor Academy Award, aka Oscar?
Interesting question. We're going to find out if they got it right.
He actually
5,
left the Academy
thinking
Awards because
4,
one of the kids was
3,
sick.
2, 1. Pens down. Elliot.
Sidney Poitier.
He was never in a movie called
He was never in
Sidney
a film
Poitier.
called Sidney Poitier.
Roca.
Pursuit of Happiness?
No.
Ali.
Yes.
That's correct.
Dan.
Ali.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
look at
But
that,
they kept
look at
that
that.
4-point lead, though.
4 points.
It's 12-8, and not 4 points.
It's a mild battle.
12-8.
So we see
What a
match with the
battle,
Wildberries. Sorry,
But-
Wildberries.
Will Smith was in the biopic of Sidney Poitier, and I had not seen that
I mean,
film.
I kind of want to see that now.
Yeah,
I kind
do
of want
too.
to see that now.
All right, so now
All
we're
right,
going to get
round
to
two,
round
Christian.
number 2. And round number 2,
No, I want more round
spin
one.
the wheel. If it lands on...
And that wheel slice is Kurt Russell. If we get that selected, we'll give you that name of that patron.
All right, so...
Is that you, Matthew
And so
Matthew
with that, my
Kearns?
last count is
But it's not
Father.
Kurt Russell, man.
First
It's all the
second.
people around Kurt Russell.
We're going to
That's
go
very
second.
true.
Second. All right, so...
Putting the pressure on. Putting the pressure on. All right.
Who you're trying to wave down?
We were just getting some free fills on our wine.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So, well, you
okay.
guys, while you wait for your wine, you also have a chance to spin because they passed you. So
Okay,
you guys,
cool,
you
cool,
go.
cool,
So
cool.
spin from the wheel.
Go for it.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, Josh from the wheel, not the pegs.
You're a hell of a
please.
guy.
Yeah, from. Don't
Yeah.
break the pegs is what
Wheel,
we're, that's
not
the
the peg.
That's the.
Yeah, there you go.
Good spin.
Wild spin.
That spin is definitely in there. Spin is definitely in there.
I would say, we don't need to be better than this. This is
No,
good.
no. This is
Oh,
good.
look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna
Sports
be?
movies? Is sports movies on there?
Yeah, sports movies.
Choice. Wow, the mild. Look.
Looking at the categories.
Are you going to spin again? That'd be amazing. That would be incredible.
Mid-80s
Are you going to spin again?
God, there's so many good slices on that wheel.
Comedy.
Comedy.
Comedy, eh?
There we go.
Is the category. Comedy.
Now you're cooking with gas.
All right,
Now
here
we're
we go.
speaking my
6
language.
questions in the realm of comedies. Ken, go ahead.
All right, first question. In Undercover Brother, who played Conspiracy Brother?
Dave Chappelle.
All right, 2 points.
Yeah, I remember that.
Never saw
All
it.
right.
Denise Richards was in
What brand
it.
of chewing gum sponsors Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights?
Double bubble? Hubba bubble?
5,
4 and answer.
4,
What's the other one?
3, 2,
Hubba
Repeat the
bubba.
question.
1.
What brand of chewing gum sponsors Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights?
I know Wonder Bread does, but I don't remember.
I'm gonna go
Gum?
Hubba bubba.
I'm up there mumbling and stumbling.
5,
I'll say Juicy Fruit.
4.
A double mint.
Incorrect for steal. 2 point steal.
I don't remember. I'm gonna go Hubba bubba.
Big Red.
That's correct for
2
steal.
points.
Okay.
Steal.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
All right, all right. Third
And that was
question
2
at
points you
6.
just surrendered. Y'all should have gone
Mel
to multiple
Gibson
choice.
and
Yep.
Helen Hunt's characters collaborate on an ad campaign for what sports brand in the 2000
What
romantic comedy?
sports
What Woman
brand?
You
Wants?
want to take this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nike running.
That's correct. Nike.
Woo!
2 points.
Specifically Nike running. It's a great movie. You guys should all check it out. Rom-coms, they're the best.
All right. Fourth question. Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and what actor play drag queens in the 1995 comedy To Wong Fu? Thanks for everything.
John Leguizamo.
Julie
Yeah.
Newmar.
John Leguizamo?
That's correct. 2
Wow.
points there.
I just saw
2
that
points
they're
there.
coming out with the
Fifth
Blu-ray
question,
version
fifth
for that
question,
movie.
Are they?
Fifth question.
Thanks for everything,
In
Julie.
Bridesmaids, what are the party favors being handed out to all the
Puppies.
guests?
Golden Retriever
Golden Retriever
puppies.
puppies!
That is
Golden
correct.
Retriever
Didn't even
puppies.
need to finish it. Didn't even need
When she
to
drives
finish
back,
it.
it is all
Puppies,
such
it was too many puppies now that I look back on it.
All right. We've got
Question 5, right?
questions. This is the final question.
This is the final
This
question.
is the final question here. In Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, what was the name of number 2's henchwoman that often seduces?
A lot of vagina.
5.
A lot of
Four.
vagina.
Yeah.
3.
But with an F, not a V.
Question?
Second one.
Second one in Austin
But it's
Powers'
just funny
International
that
Man of
I love
Mystery.
vagina.
What was
A lot
the
of
name
vagina.
number
A lot of
2's
vagina.
henchwoman that Austin seduces?
Multiple choice,
Multiple
boys.
choice.
A, pussy galore. B, a lot of vagina. C, brownie titles.
He had to
D,
put
Ivana
emphasis on the
Moorhead.
F.
A lot of vagina.
There you go. That was a hard V on that one, Josh.
Themselves up by 3 now after being
A lot
down
of
by
vagina.
4.
A lot of
How many
vagina.
was the right choice for them. The steal
There it
was
is.
pretty big, though. The steal was pretty
Big
big.
steal.
Using the
But
hot
now
tub.
John Roca is now walking up to the wheel.
I'm not going near that wheel.
Merle's staying away from the wheel, and now John's going to spin. John's going to
Spew.
spin from the wheel, and here we go.
Spew.
There's the spin. Yeah,
You're gonna
Dan Merle has
You're
been
gonna spew. Spew on the wheel, not the
relationship with
pits.
that wheel last season.
It's a fickle mistress. It's a fickle
Of
mistress.
course, he had the digital wheel in New York, and there was no opponents or spinners, so Dan wants away from that wheel.
I like the digital
Coming back,
wheel.
it's coming
I
back,
think
it's
it's
coming back.
cool.
Oh,
coming
no,
back.
look at this.
The future.
Look at this.
Right.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Sticking with
Tim
Tim
Burton.
Sticking with Tim
They're gonna take it.
Okay, Tim
Sticking
Burton.
with Tim.
To everybody around Tim Burton.
That was something. Right?
It was.
That
It was.
If
something.
I'd spun it, it would have landed.
Something.
Just that
it
far over.
just got away, but now we're going to get 6 questions in the realm of Tim Burton. All right, guys, here we go. 6 questions. 6 questions in Tim Burton movies. This actress played Margaret Keane in Tim Burton's 2014 film Big Eyes.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Correct for 2 points. Okay. All right.
Oh, Giselle!
This actress played Peg Boggs, Kim's mother, an Avon lady extraordinaire in Tim Burton's Edward
Damn it, I always forget her
Diane.
name.
Her name is
Weist.
Yeah, Diane Weist.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kathy Baker.
It's incorrect.
Correct.
The steal for
Diane Weist.
Yep.
Is it like W-E-I-S-T?
Yep.
From Picket Fences, right? No. Oh wait. Mary Elizabeth Matheson.
Nope.
No, it was Diane Weist.
Diane Weiss.
No, but I
Is it just going to be who plays what
Here's the
actress in
next
Tim
question.
Burton movies?
Here's the
Right.
next question.
Because now we
In
got
Tim Burton's
Helena
Mars
Bonham Carter.
Attacks, what Slim Whitman song kills the Martians?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A,
Honestly,
Song
don't
of
know
the
the
Wild,
song, the name of
B,
the song.
More Than Yesterday, C, Indian Love Call,
No.
More Than
D,
Yesterday?
I'd say C. I don't know the name of it.
I don't know the name either.
C.
That's correct
That's
for 1
correct.
point.
There we go.
Okay.
Point tie.
All right, here we go. Question
Halfway
4.
It sounds like a love call.
Question 4, here we go. In Tim Burton's Batman, what is the Joker's real name?
Jack Napier.
Napier.
That's correct for
That's
2
correct.
points.
And a lead.
That's number 4.
That
You did
is
pretty good,
correct.
Tim Burton.
All right,
I think
number
so.
5. Tim Burton was a producer, writer, and production designer for this 1993 animated film.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's
Correct. 2
right.
points.
That's right.
I immediately went to
This
Frankenweenie,
is
even though I
number
knew it
Number
wasn't right
6, here
because
we
of
go.
the year.
Tim Burton received his first Golden Globe nomination for Best Director for this film.
Oh. Fuck it, I don't know.
Multiple choice.
Beetlejuice?
A, Alice in Wonderland. B, Big
my God.
Fish. C,
I'm
Edward
gonna go
Scissorhands.
Edward
D,
Scissorhands.
Sweeney
No, I'm
Todd.
going Big Fish.
Fine.
Big Fish or Edward Scissorhands.
I'm gonna go C.
But I'll go Big Fish.
Sweeney Todd.
1 point.
Yeah.
Whoa! 5-point lead.
Okay.
Not even in that any, like,
Now they're up 5.
like
Not
third,
impossible.
maybe,
No,
fourth.
No, the Wildberries did very good there. The Wildberries did
Not
very
impossible.
good. 5 points.
Maybe
5
because it's
points,
kind
and
of like a
the-
musical,
Can't take it
and
anymore.
it was a Golden Globe.
I feel like because it.
Yes!
Hell yeah! Oh no! The whole shirt's coming off. There we go, y'all.
Oh, look at that. Whiskey.
Yay, Rachel!
Is that Jameson? That's Rachel's Jameson, man. She loves that stuff.
The Wildberries hoping that this brings them back.
Oh!
There we go.
Woo!
It burns because it's good.
I felt that too. I felt that right here in my throat. I felt it.
Oh, like the freaking, what are they, the bushwhackers?
Founding fathers are not moved by this at all.
Gonna lick his face.
So the Wildberries are
And it
back.
changed
The Wildberries
on the screen.
Oh, nice.
And now
Yes.
round number 3.
Enough of this Chardonnay out of a strong shotgun here.
All right, round number 3. Here we go. Round number 3. The competitors
Can
will
never
choose
keep the wild
3
at bay.
numbers from 1 to 20. First one will.
Take your watch off. Take it off.
First one is worth 2 points. Founding fathers of all 3 of their JTEs and both challenges.
Congratulations, guys. Play the game well.
All right, founding fathers.
Dorks.
Founding fathers, please choose 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Oh, well, 6 because
Fine. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Getting ahead. Getting ahead.
8, 2, and 15.
8,
Please.
2, and 15.
playing that well too far in advance.
All right, and the Wildberries.
We were doing it while you were running around like a jackass.
3.
What was it? 3?
Cool burn, Dan.
3. Come on, let's go.
3. 9.
9.
21.
9.
That's not an option.
It's not an option.
Cool.
50. 1.
1.
All
Okay.
right.
3, 9, and 1 for the
3, 9, and
Wildberries.
1.
All right, so the Wildberries will go first and try to stay alive here against
they're
the
not
Founding Fathers. All right,
too
here we
terribly
go.
250.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
I
5?
Thank you.
8.
I knocked the straw situation earlier for the Chardonnay, but it's actually a very effective way to just consume a ton of Chardonnay.
That's how you get drunk fast. All right.
All right, well, here we go.
8/215, which, by the way, is the first day I started working with Dan Merle. That's why he chose it. That's why he chose it, right?
Happy anniversary.
All right,
Okay.
here we go, guys. So you're going to start with your 2-pointer. Your 2-pointer is category
Who you
number
gonna
3.
take? Okay.
And that's from scores and soundtracks.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You, me.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Man, I fucking suck at that category.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, here you go, Josh. Who composed the score for 2009's Avatar?
James Horner.
Shit.
All right.
Would you have known it?
So there's like 3 people
Come
I
on,
know.
James
I know,
Horner.
of course.
Sean Williams, James Horner, and Hans Zimmer.
And Michael
5.
McDonald.
And Michael McDonald, obviously.
4,
You got. Come on.
3,
Can't discuss with
2.
Oh, right. Hans Zimmer?
It's incorrect. The answer is James Horner.
You had it. You were so close. You were so close.
All right, so now we go to the 3-pointer. It was turned into the circus we thought it was. Oh, wait a minute. No. Pick the belt up. Pick the belt up.
Stand on the person's face.
Pick it up. Respect the
Bring it
belt.
back to me. Put it on the table.
Oh my god. Well, Cougar, what are you doing?
I'm going to throw that. That's the
Now I gotta get it disinfected.
I just had these pants dry clean. You're fine.
All right, here we go.
He's like a
So
frat
now
version of Bobcat
Okay,
Goldthwait in
now
Police
we go to
Academy.
Worth a lot more
Zed.
now.
Category 9 is Angelina Jolie. Dewberry, you cannot discuss with each other.
Cannot discuss.
I forgot that rule.
Here we go.
Three-point question.
Here we go. Dewberry.
You got a lot of things today.
Who stars as ex-Marine turned mercenary Terry Sheridan, working alongside Lara Croft to recover the mythical Pandora's box in Tomb Raider:
Gerard Butler.
Cradle of Life?
Nope.
Gerard
Fucking
Butler.
kidding me?
Or
Was it?
Jamon Henson. No, Gerard Butler.
Wasn't Daniel Craig?
5.
No, Gerard Butler. Dan Craig is in the first one. This is Cradle of Life.
That's why it's
Gerard
so
Butler.
perfect for
Can you
her.
repeat the question?
That's your last one.
I don't know those movies. I know
Who
Daniel
stars
Craig's
as
in it, and what's
He's in
his
the- he's
name
in the
from
first one.
Terry
from,
Sheridan working alongside
Game of
Lara
Thrones.
Croft to recover the mythical Pandora's
No, this is
box
Gerard
in
Butler.
Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life.
See, I would have said
5,
Daniel Craig.
4,
Gerard Butler.
3.
Michael Bean.
Gerard Butler was in it. All right,
Butler.
so now
I was going to
Daniel
say
Craig is in the
Timothy
first
Oliphant.
See, sometimes it works to have us
not over.
me
It's not
take
over here
this
because
first
if the
question.
That's very true.
Wildberries
And you
hit
the
this,
second.
it
Which
is
we did
tied.
it
It
against
bounces
Team
back to
Action,
The
though.
Founding Fathers.
Didn't
If
matter,
they
we
don't,
got 'em both wrong
then
anyways.
The Founding
Yeah.
Fathers will have their second TKO. Here we go. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen is the category. Charlie Sheen
I'm
is the
pretty
category.
decent at that.
5
Like,
points.
Wild
Charlie
thing.
Sheen was never in this movie.
5
Which is
points.
it?
All right, here we go.
It's like 9 million.
Charlie Sheen starred with Michael Bean,
Navy SEALs.
Bill Paxton, in which 1990
Navy
military
SEAls.
action film?
Navy SEAls.
You guys can confer.
You can't talk.
No, we can.
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
When did you change these rules?
4, 3,
Come on.
2,
Platoon.
and your winners by way of technical knockout, Dangerous Dan Burrow, John the Outlaw.
The Founding Fathers.
The answer was Navy SEALs. Navy SEAls.
We would have
I'm all
gone.
about those 90s, man. The 90s action movies, comedies.
That's true. You are.
Watch
I feel
it was
like you're
probably
in that
80s.
you were in that
80s and 90s,
Right
yeah.
away, Carl.
You just don't know what year
I
they
respect John's
fucking came
passion.
out.
I respect Dan's passion.
89 Bill and Ted's.
we'll be
God
ready.
damn it.
Dan carefully holding his championship ready to get sanitizer.
Yeah.
Maybe that belt polish that Sam Levine called back for.
Wildberries after show. Welcome. Hey guys, we're the Wildberries. You guys just watched us take on these
Wildberries in the evening.
Listen, we're great people. If you guys want to buy some T-shirts, fantastic. You guys want to start drinking Chardonnay and Cabernet, we're all about it.
You can find all those things minus the drinks.
Go ahead and call the number down below. This is your official Wildberries after show.
You want to pick up the phone and dial tpublic.com.
It was, look, it was, I actually think that it hurt them when they transformed into the Wildberries.
You know what? I have to agree with you there. It seemed to change kind of their dynamic. You saw that Makuga luck doesn't necessarily, it shows up, but then he whispers Horner. He says James Horner. He had it right there.
He had Horner. He literally
said, they might have changed the fortunes.
He said, I think James Horner. And then he picked somebody.
And then he picked Hans Zimmer.
So, yeah, he had it.
It was sandwiched in between Williams and Zimmer.
The Wildberries playing really
Horner's
tough.
always best in the middle.
We were in this game the entire match. But this is what I said beforehand.
But Horner's
when
is
the
always
Founding
best with
Fathers
James Cameron.
started to lock in, as the manager of corruption, trying to take the bias aside, you got to know that this is a team that looking down the other side of that table, it's a scary sight.
Yeah, look, they've got to go to Houston. They've got to win there. Do they look past double toasted and stare at corruption and get off their game? We'll find out. We'll see where that passion they can focus it in.
All right, so now
I
we're
knew Navy
going
SEALs.
to go behind the scenes here as we have Jen Sturger, who's with the Wildberries
She knew Gerard
and
Butler.
the Founding
Sure did.
Fathers.
I have that movie too.
What's up, movie trivia
I both.
Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with the Founding Fathers. Guys, first of all, is the belt okay?
I had it looked at by some medical professionals. It appears that we got lucky this time, so that's why I've got it back on my shoulder.
It was a close
You
call.
have it back on your shoulder without disinfecting it, to be completely honest.
I had to get a couple things to sign off on it to make sure it was safe.
We had to use a lint brush to take all the hair off from.
But you have to give it to the Wildberries. They did hang in there with you guys, and to hang with two legends like you, I mean, it's no small feat even for them.
No, absolutely. It was a blast to play them. They're a tough team. They changed characters midway through. Everything possible to throw us off, but you got to give them respect. They hung with us, and we knew. We didn't look past them. We knew they were going to be a tough team. Makuga has won some incredible games in this Schmoedown. You can't look past them. So, it was a good match.
Yeah, we didn't play a flawless game.
Nope.
They played a really good game. There's no easy win. Even a TKO or a knockout in the Schmoedown, that's not easy. It's not easy to do. There's no easy game in the Schmoedown.
Absolutely, especially like you said, when you don't know what you're going to get from Josh Makuga on any given day. So, I guess all of the questions lead up to, you're going to be playing double toasted in Houston. It's a big deal. But the ultimate goal, I think, is you're going to end up having to face corruption sooner or later because they've been calling you guys out. Any thoughts on that?
It's ironic that they would call us out, but I guess they also know that their victory was tainted in a piece of shit. And so they know they're going to really beat us. So I like that they're calling us out. I enjoy that.
I'm not going to go that far, but I will say that we're not worried that too much about corruption right now. Double toasted. Not only are we playing in Houston, we're playing on their
home turf.
You know what they call it? They call that an away game.
Yeah, it is.
And when it's an away game, forget the favorites, forget leads. The crowd's going to be with them.
Yeah.
We're not going to be in the familiar environment. They're going to be in the familiar environment. That's what you have to focus on. Because trust me, I know if you come out to somewhere, maybe you're not used to it. You get caught in the lights, crazy things can happen.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm worried about.
That's the thing that we have. We've played in live events, multiple live events. So we've got a little bit of experience. We're not going
so
down there.
cozy at the free-for-all up there.
We're going down. We're doing it in a wrestling ring.
just
There's
weren't
nowhere
questions
the
I knew.
outlaw and the
Not
goat
one.
belong better
And I'm
than in
like,
a wrestling ring
damn,
to win a match. So
but I feel
double
good up
toasted,
here.
You're about to get triple
Yeah,
toasted,
felt
maybe
cozy.
quadruple toasted by the time we're done with you.
All right, well, I mean...
But before we go, though, I saw Emma around, and I was wondering if she's able to. Emma, can you? Is it something?
Phone with Sam. What's going on?
Well,
I like your jacket,
we are
Emma.
playing double toasted in Houston.
Yes.
And we're very excited about that. We hope that we get the win. But should we come back from Houston, we'd be 3-1. I think, as John was saying, we've got some unfinished business with corruption. We were thinking maybe the collision might be a good time to settle this once and for all.
Damn, we're almost to summer.
You know, I kind of like that idea. Definitely don't hate it. I'll see what I can do. Strongly leaning towards yes.
Good.
Gonna leave it at that.
Okay. That's why she's one of the best commissioners I've ever seen.
so.
Best commissioner we've had yet. She understands the players and what they need, and she does what's best for business.
miss that,
Us
though.
against corruption. That's best for
I mean,
business.
I'll play him in the parking lot. It doesn't have to be at the collision. That doesn't matter to me. I'll talk into both of these mics. I'll play collision anywhere, corruption anywhere, but the collision.
Listening in stereo,
Playing Chance's
yo.
one-bedroom studio. That's what I'll play him. Hey, Chance, clean up. I'll come and kick your ass in there. Vacuum. Do something, for God's sakes. Throw away all those old fast food containers. I'm coming for you, kid. Bring
Man,
it up.
how many
Kalinowski,
number
put your
62
foot down.
did-
We're going to come and whip that ass, too. Bring
That's
it.
over a span of days, Ryan.
I can't talk. It's all right.
Thank God. Oh, Wildberries.
Tried.
You guys kept that very competitive.
Dry
and then the
berries?
wheels just kind of fell off in that third round after you transformed back into the Wildberries.
Well, here's the thing. You can only keep a larva in his shell so long before the butterfly comes out, right?
It was a real drunk butterfly.
Yeah, and that butterfly. Take it.
Butterflies, they fly out of that pupa quite angry. Quite a little bit uncoordinated when they get out there in the world spreading their wings. And, Wildberries, they're the biggest butterfly of all.
Yep. And Jen, man, we had so much confidence going to this match. We thought this was going to be. You want some shark?
Are you drinking with a straw?
Yeah.
I was just trying to give everyone what they wanted.
Yeah.
Everyone's
I
always
love how
like,
she
"Oh,
always
the
drinks the
Wildberries
drinks
too
when they
loud.
come up
The
back.
Wildberries
Yeah.
too mean. I was like, I care about
Being
this
team
fan
player.
base so gosh darn much that I decided to go mild with my match and got nothing but grief for it. So figure out what you want.
Did you want?
I
Did you
mean,
want the Wildberries? Did you want the Wildberries? Either way, we fought real friggin' hard
And soft.
and mildly
too much
We fought
information.
on 2 fronts and lost both.
Mildly.
Has anybody ever heard of a movie with a polar bear called like Donnie in the North?
No, I haven't.
have.
A movie.
It's like
But that's
an
only because it
animated
came
movie
out
on
when I was
TBS on a
checking
Thursday.
those
That one
movies
was a
out.
plant.
But look, guys, I was with you.
There he goes again.
I was with you even through the.
Thank you.
Aww.
Oh my God. I was with you
She wasn't
even.
ready for that. She wasn't ready for that.
Sorry.
It's a good look.
Good. Where were you going? Jen, you got a lot of volume in your hair these days.
Yeah,
God,
she wasn't
three
ready for
flock of
that. Give her
seagulls.
back the
I was
hat.
with you guys through the whole yacht rock
Still
thing.
fabulous,
I was on board, even though it was much more subdued version of you both, because I can get down with either way. But still,
That's what she said.
Josh.
Too many who can do
But
both.
look, all jokes aside, guys, what you did with the belt was look, it was a little disrespectful.
all right,
like
all right.
you don't understand. No, Josh.
All right,
you
wait,
don't
wait.
understand.
Wait,
I was
real
sitting
quick, real
backstage
quick.
watching this. The entire audience winced when you threw that belt.
I saw them clapping and cheering.
Thank you.
They loved it.
Wait, real quick.
Disrespect is what these so-called champions have been doing with these belts, wearing it on their loser bodies. Sorry, I spoke out of turn. I don't want to go heel just yet.
Kayfabe, guys.
I should have thrown
So
the belt.
good.
Did flossing
The
the, belt feel
timing
pretty
is
funny?
brilliant.
It's pretty hysterical. But it did throwing the belt, was that a bad look? It may
Oh,
Bryce,
look.
here's the commissioner.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ceiling, what am I
You're
gonna
gonna get in
do?
trouble.
Yeah, it
You
was
besmirched
not
the gold.
a good look, Makuga. I'm sorry.
You have great hair right
Thank
now.
you
It's
very much.
fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
I must say, you have been a great commissioner.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
You know what? Like, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
and
I
we're
really-
big fans.
You know what?
And he and I can't speak highly enough of Emma
I
Fight.
see.
Highly
I see what's
enough.
going on here, and I love you, Josh Makuga. But
Not the color brown right now. It
Don't
is
suspend him.
glowing
Sure.
your presence.
So Sam is very particular about the belt. Sam Levine. And he and I sort of share commissionership over everything. I am the commissioner of the teen leagues, but he is the commissioner of the singles league. And again, very particular about the belt. I'm sorry.
Well, can I just
There's
say that Sam is a great commissioner.
Great job. Fantastic beer.
Amazing work.
You're
And
not gonna change anybody's mind here. I'm sorry, Josh. You are suspended effective immediately for 2 months.
2 months?
What?
Well, your behavior was just sorry.
Look at
There's nothing I can
Josh.
do about it. You flossed the belt between your legs, dude. It's a family show, sort of.
What?
2 months.
Well, how about that? Look, the Wildberries obviously doing what the
Nice
Wildberries
cherry on
do.
top,
There was
Jen.
complete chaos, and Jen Sturger, God bless her for being able to survive that hurricane. But the big story there is the fact that Dan Murrell asked Emma Fife that, and this is what I was curious how you were going to react to. Now, Emma Fife says that if the Founding Fathers beat Double Toasted, they will get corruption at the collision. So that is a big, and she doesn't know what the stakes are yet, but that's a big match if that goes down. So how much more exciting is Houston to you now?
It's the first time Houston as a city has been considered exciting for a lot of people, and I think we're excited to face them, or maybe Double Toasted. Don't look past us. Don't look past us.
Well, either way, very interesting stakes now. Dan Murrell is the champion. He's going to be defending that belt probably in May as well, too, and Jen asked him about that. So now we're going to get to the other things that are happening in the world of the Schmoedown, and that's obviously the website. If you're not checking all the articles, all the schedule, I get tweets all the time. What's the schedule? What's the updated schedule? The
I ask Vanessa all the time.
TriviaSD.com.
What's the schedule? Who's playing?
I'm like, go look at the website.
Phenomenal job with all of his writers.
I actually did today. It's well constructed, well put together.
The best it's ever been. That's right. Brad Gilmore, Frankie Janish, and Chris Clark are doing a great job over there. They have interviews with competitors. You can find that at the official Schmoedown audio podcast. You go to Apple Podcasts, get it there. All these matches will be in audio form, but the rundown is available every Saturday. Make sure you check that out.
I think we've ever met Brad.
Schmoedownlive.com. We're coming to your city sooner or later, so go and see where are we the closest to you. Go get those tickets to Schmoedownlive.com. All right, join us on Facebook.
Come to Phoenix, man, but I feel like we don't have the numbers yet.
Schmoedown, everywhere you can find Instagram at the Schmoedown. We will see you next time. And for the pit boss, Ken Knapsack, I'm Christian Harloff. Thanks for tuning in.
You're welcome.
I know Sam's here somewhere. I saw his car parked outside. Sam?
Oh!
Is this your office now or something?
Oh, no, I actually don't know whose desk this is, but there are some very upsetting pictures on this hard drive.
Yeah, listen, it's great that you're here, Sam, because you're not here a whole lot. Listen, I know you and I are kind of sharing commissionership of the Schmoedown. I'm in charge of the Inner Geekdom and of teams, and you're commissioner of the Singles League, but
You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much. But the thing is, Sam, is that you don't come in basically ever.
I mean, physically be in the building. I'm still commissioning.
Yeah,
I think of myself as like the big picture guy.
Sure.
Where are we going to order from lunch that week? Or
that's.
Who needs a
He's
permit
Michael,
for their
man.
car for parking?
Parking permits.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Burbank.
And she's Jim,
you can just
the day-to-day.
park wherever. There's lots of free parking garages. Anyway, the thing is, Sam, is
There are
we've
quite a
been having
bit of
some
parking
big
garages
things
that are
go
free in
down
Burbank.
lately. Obviously, there was the whole incident with Josh McCouga and the belt and having to suspend him, and it might have been good if you were here. The point of the matter is I've got a lot on my plate. I am actually the commissioner of 2 leagues, and you're the commissioner of one of them, so I'm handling Inner Geekdom and teams, and if you wanted to contribute to the singles commissioner managing, which is what you're supposed to be.
I'm still commissioning the Singles League.
Are you?
Yeah. Have you caught my Skype sessions?
I watch all the matches, and Ellis, he always puts a little phone so I can actually see the matches as they happen live.
Great.
I mean, in fairness, I'm usually, doing other things, like, watching preseason baseball. But I do have the matches on in the background, so, I see what's going down most of the time.
Yeah, also in fairness, Ellis has been on tour doing stand-ups, so I'm not really sure.
That's why we haven't done one in a month.
Okay, well, I look forward to your increased participation in commissionership of the Schmoedown.
Okay, I'm thinking Wood Ranch next week.
Well, that's curious, though, because Sam Levine is taking the approach character-wise as a nonchalant runner of the commissionership, when in reality, we know how dedicated, devoted, and serious Sam Levine is about this league. We have seen him in the heat of it, and the man is very passionate about it. So it's just weird because I'm putting on the hat of like seeing Sam bust ass when these live events are going on. He is in there running the show, helping everybody get it right. And I just seen that, I'm like, no, like if you watch my react, I'm slowly like, No, that ain't Sam. So I'm wondering,
is it?
In my heart is that the approach for Sam Levine's character, nonchalance? Or is Sam Levine conniving and secretly doing something else that is going to undercut Emma and kind of take it over? So that's the only thing I'm wondering about his approach, because Emma definitely has been doing a lot with the league.
As we've seen in the past, when it comes to the when it comes to the Schmoedown,
Right.
anything is possible.
It's true.
Don't tuck that theory just away just yet. It's very possible that could come out later.
I do like the whole co-managership.
Manager, co-manager.
Manager and co-manager. Co to the manager. And then, of course, we've got the Wildberries getting Josh suspended, or at least Josh getting himself suspended for 2 months. That means he's probably got another wedding to go to, and that's why he's not there.
Dang weddings!
Right. And then,
by a professional wedding crasher.
And then, of course, you've got corruption, or at least you've got the Founding Fathers setting their sights on corruption still, so that definitely got under their skin. After Dan did end up winning the belt, we were talking, and he seemed more like they were going to start focusing towards title contention, and I feel like they're gonna go the corruption way instead for revenge versus trajectory to the top. But does that mean that the next competitors that are going to be at the #1 contendership will end up being the battle between the Founding Fathers and corruption? Like, is that the next way we're going to go? Because we already went the other way, and that way is forming on its own for not Who's the Boss, the Odd Couple.
Odd Couple.
So their trajectory is moving up, and then are we building this one here with corruption and Founding Fathers? Because I would love it if they're the next ones to kind of figure out who's going up.
I think that they kind of want to hold, well, at least for Dan, he kind of wants to hold off and keep that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Win.
They're going to earn it.
Right.
This way.
Well, but they also, I feel like it's kind of a good move to kind of hold that spot that you have.
Of course.
To figure it, because you never know. Like we said before, the Schmoedown is very different. It can go either way with it, but he has that get out of jail free card there.
Well, that's why I'm thinking that what he's going to end up doing is, storyline-wise, they're going to end up having the Founding Fathers' corruption get to a level where they go to compete for the belts. And if he ends up losing against Double Toasted in Houston, and then they're out, like they don't get to go after corruption, then he'll be like, all right, well, I'm going to have to take the shortcut, cash it in, and then he ends up going that way to Spectacular. But the only thing I don't know is, do they have to use the free-for-all token before the end of the year? Can it drag out?
Well, that's a good question for whoever is, a good question for one of the commissioners.
Sure.
I feel like it does run out.
I feel like you should get it for a year.
By the next
free-for-all.
By the next free-for-all. So if you haven't done it by next free-for-all, then it goes
gets
out.
transferred
It goes
to the
back
next
to
person.
the ether.
Yeah. That makes sense, because you want to be able to have that used before people forget about it, because then again you want them to forget about it, so you come in out of nowhere.
You're like, oh shit, I forgot that he had it.
Just like Sam Levine did.
Yeah, but no one's gonna forget that Dan Merle has it because he's at the top.
That's the thing, though, is then I feel like it would end up being used in a moment of desperation, and he doesn't. Being at the top, he doesn't need to use it.
He doesn't need to use it at this time, no.
So it makes me wonder if they're going to end up maybe cashing it in for someone else, because he doesn't need to do it. And if Founding Fathers are on a trajectory to fight for the titles, the natural way, if they go through corruption, if that becomes a thing, and then he ends up using it for whoever ends up in the Four Horsemen.
Granted, he can use it if Bibiani beats him. He can be like, you know what, I want my belt back.
That's true.
You can do it that way too.
And that's coming up
so there's
soon
a lot
too.
Of different, that is coming up soon.
Bibbs won the triple threat.
Right.
So, okay. So yeah, he can just cash it in. But the thing is, though, there's a chance he may not, because he's so damn good, that damn Merle. Did I say damn Merle? Damn it, Merle! He's just... It's always winning. Always winning. He's like the Patriots. He's just going to rack up all these W's, and he's going to just come out wearing all these belts like bling, and then John Roca's just going to be sitting there like, my precious, and try and take it from Dan. It's going to turn Roca into
I see him like walking
envious.
and like And then Roka is like on his leg like this.
Please, Sam, may I hold one of your belts? I'm so sorry, Roka. Hopefully you don't see this, but yeah, no, it's going to be a hell of a trajectory. I can't wait to see what's happening with corruption. Obviously, we started with the whole partner bait by making. I mean, obviously, the most obvious choice was Eric Zipper,
right?
And
he
that's not what corruption
dangled
does.
there.
Yeah.
Which, in the hindsight, you're like, oh, okay. Well, I guess they did kind of dangle him there, but now who's gonna be the Stacy's partner?
Yeah.
We have no idea.
No clue.
And I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time as to who it's gonna be. Like, I hope that it's somebody that can go like toe to toe for whoever, like, can be part of corruption. You know what I mean? Like
fits in,
right?
An ace in the hole type deal.
Yeah, exactly.
In a a deck full of, or at least a handful of aces.
I wonder if maybe they'll get somebody who's never been in the league before, and that's how they can add someone to the league.
That's also how you incorporate somebody if you think that they're like. I think Paul would also be another good one to be in there. Just
true, but he also has his thing with Chance.
Yeah, that's true. So no, you can't double down on the not fan leagues, minor leagues,
right?
Because you already got one with Chance. Forgot about that. But I really do think that it's totally up in the air in terms of who it could be, because Christian even posted this thing in a GIF, tell us who you think it is. And I literally put up a GIF where it's like, I don't know.
It could be anyone.
Yeah.
Now we're just kind of just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, roll with it. Roll with the punches and see what they have in store for us, because corruption typically does bring out the fun when it comes to anarchy and upsetting the establishment. So either way, looking forward to where all these storylines go. Guys, you can like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram startup.
All the social networking. Jin, Joy, and Tino, where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going. Our Patreon is actually kicking up a notch. We're going to do show reactions on there, full-length episode watch-alongs. And then, of course, Phoenix Fan Fusion will be at the end of May. All the Arizona Schmoedown fans, we are going to be there for that weekend. Jeff Goldblum and Paul Rubens. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching this. Tell us again down below who you think is going to be the partner.
Yes.
Because, I mean, there's no wrong answer until we find out.
Right.
So. Thank you guys so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over.
Bye.
Bye.